friends, today I'm going to be reacting to the first ever video I made on this channel, my coming out as autistic video, so please stick around. Hi friends, my name is Claire and this is my channel, Woodshed Theory. Here, I make content about what it's like to live as an adult, on the autism spectrum and whatever else feels good to me. So if that sounds good to you, or if you're feeling particularly gracious today, and I hope that you are, please go ahead and click that subscribe button, ring the bell. I almost forgot to mention that sometimes I put out videos more than once a week. Click the like. Hey friends, today's gonna be fun. I'm here with my emotional support coffee. I just thought that this might be a good video to do. I have been making YouTube videos for over 2 years now, and I always wanted to do autism videos, but I wasn't sure how to get started or what I wanted my channel to look like. So I started my channel with coming out as autistic. I've always wanted that to be the base and foundation for what my channel is about. Educating, teaching, supporting people, adults on the autism spectrum. And I hope that I've done that. But I was in a really different place a few years ago than I am now with my autism diagnosis. And I thought it would be great for me to watch this. It might inspire me to see how far I've come, and it also might inspire you to see what has changed and how I'm feeling now. I don't know if this is going to be copyrighted, right? It's my own video, so I can watch the whole thing. Anyway, let's get going. Hi all, and welcome to Woodshed Theory. I want to be honest, but this is hard for me to talk about. Let's just pause and appreciate brunette Claire. Who wants to see brunette Claire come back? I love being a brunette person. I just like being green too. So yeah, first blush, I'm brunette, so that's different. I'm wearing my glasses because I felt so nervous to talk about this on camera. And as you can see, I'm like looking in the viewfinder the whole time. This was a really big deal. Like, even though I knew I was going to be able to edit it, I understood the weight of what I was about to do. And if you're about to share with the world that you're a late diagnosed autistic person, it can be, well, it changes everything. It changes how people perceive you, and you can't take it back. So I was so nervous, and that's why I have my glasses on, and that's why I'm talking so slowly. Been thinking for about a year about this and what I would say and what this would look like. Yeah, this was a year into my journey. It took me about a year to be brave enough to start my channel. And I think that I'm ready to talk about it. But I won't lie, I'm afraid. Here it comes, the big moment. I'm autistic. It seems funny now because I have said it so many times and it is a part of my identity, but at this point, saying it out loud felt so scary, and I'm just proud that I was able to do it. Like, even though nobody was there and I was just talking to a camera, this felt very real. I am on the spectrum. She's cute though. That video Claire is pretty cute. Me, I have autism. There, I did it. Now it's done. It's on the recording, so it's real, right? I might be talking really slow in this video, but again, I was really nervous, and I also understood the weight of what I was doing, and it was taking me time to formulate my thoughts about how I wanted to give this information to the world. So that's it. I did it. I said it out loud. Yeah, you did. You did it. Go, Claire, go! Not that maybe there are people who know, but I've never said it out loud to the world. I'm autistic! I'm not ashamed of being on the spectrum, but I've learned that there are some preconceptions to what that means. Heck yeah, there are. And my worry is that while being open and honest about my journey through diagnosis and how I've grown in my life so far, my worry is that I know that not everyone is going to be nice about it. And I know that people will have opinions, and I don't necessarily care about them. But I also know that I can be super fragile, and I don't know how I'm going to respond to the inevitable feedback that I'm going to get. Do you notice me like nervously itching all over? I was really nervous. How did I react to the feedback? Surprisingly, the feedback has been pretty good from everyone. Every so often I get nasty comments from people saying I'm not autistic and that I should show my videos to my diagnostician so that they know I'm not autistic, and well, I mean, negative comments, and I knew I was going to get them, but they're far drowned out by the amount of positive reinforcement and positive support that I get from all of you, and I am so grateful for that. Opening myself up to the world. I was looking at my notes. If you see me look down, I'm looking at my notes. I'm just about a year into my autism diagnosis. I never thought that I would be able to talk about it out loud, but it's 2021, and here we are. I have learned a lot. I'm getting emotional watching her. I'm really proud of myself. Over this past year about myself and about others and how to communicate and what my life can look like, I'm in a better place than I feel like I've ever been. So I think I'm ready to move forward as a publicly autistic person. I know that there is privilege in that not everyone can hide the fact that they're on the spectrum. Not that I can necessarily hide it, y'all, but I do understand that masking can be a privilege. I think that's what I was trying to say here. But yeah, not everyone can mask their autism, and I was trying to say that I was able to mask my autism fairly successfully. I've spent my whole life hiding it from other people. Oh. And I don't want to mask anymore. I don't, gosh, I sound so eloquent in my head. Yeah, I don't want to mask anymore. And I've done videos on masking before. How am I 2.5 years on? Well, that is a good question. I feel like I've made big progress, but it will be a lifelong pursuit of finding out who I am and what I like. I don't want to mask anymore. I want people to know my full identity as a person, and that includes my brain, and that I can't get over how cute my glasses are. And also the candle in the background, my friend Madison made that, so thank you, Madison. Includes being on the spectrum. I spent a lot of my adult life trying to fit in and be somebody that, I don't want to say somebody that I'm not, but I had no idea I was on the spectrum, and I was really just copying what I was seeing in other people to be able to fit in enough to keep up. Wow, what a good point. Yeah, I would, like many other autistic people who are undiagnosed, I would kind of move around different groups every few years, trying to figure out where I fit, not knowing that the difference was neurological and not something else. But eventually couldn't keep up anymore. And meltdown! And I burnt myself out. And here we are now. But I really wanted gosh, I just want to hug myself. You know, it's weird to watch yourself, but I really want to give her a hug and for both of us to have a good cry together. Learning that I was on the spectrum was really difficult for me. And that is because I have really struggled in my life since early childhood. I had no idea why I didn't fit in or why I wasn't able to communicate well with others. Why don't I have friends like other people have friends? Why do people not seem to understand what I'm trying to tell them or what I'm trying to convey? Then you find out that it was you and that you're the one with communication issues. I'll pause to say that I've described it before as getting hit by a train. Not that I know what getting hit by a train feels like, but it's what I imagine the impact would be. Man, I had no idea. I really had just never even put myself in that mindset. I feel like in the past even I was overly judgmental of autistic people, and I thought, even though I was struggling, I thought highly of myself. And now I realize that I was wrong. So it's hard to think about that. You're the one who doesn't read facial expressions. You're the one who struggles with eye contact. When this whole time I just thought that it was other people's problem and I was mostly alone because that makes it easier. Just think, yeah, dealing with people when you don't know that you're on the spectrum and you feel like you should understand how to, well, I thought that the communication issues were not on my end. I thought that they were on other people's end, and that why can't people just get it? Think about it like this. You're going along in life thinking that you are communicating with the people that are around you. And then you find out that for 30 years, you've been speaking a different language than them and not understanding why they aren't understanding you and not understanding why you can't understand them. That's another great analogy that I still like to use, the language analogy, where my brain neurotypically is speaking a different language than neurodiversely is speaking a different language than a neurotypical. And that is kind of hard to cope with when you first realize it, because it makes it feel like, how could I not have known? It makes it feel like something has been taken from you, like a part of your identity has been given back to you, but then also you can't help but think about how there was something lacking up until that point. It's a lot. And now I know, and autism has been an answer to that. So where do I go from here? Where does she go from here? Where do you go from here, Claire? That's a complicated question. I've been thinking about it for 12 months. And what I have decided to do is to find a role for myself in the world where I can be creative, where I can share my autistic experience with other people. One of the biggest things that I'm concerned about is making sure that girls who are younger are able to get diagnosed at a much earlier age. Because I was 31 when I was diagnosed. 31 was a big year for me. And I will also say that I feel that the goals that I've had for the channel hasn't exploded like I thought it would when I naively joined YouTube this go around. But I feel that the slow growth that I've had has been a blessing, because I'm able to connect with everybody a lot better and respond to all the comments. And I have been able to provide a role for myself that is not as stressful as working outside of my home. I had not very much support going up through school, especially in social situations, and I wish that I had had that support. So what's funny about that is looking back, I did have educational support. For example, I was put in speech therapy, I was put in reading classes, I was put in other areas. I was put into different support groups, but I was actually thinking about this the other day. When I was younger, it didn't really feel like I was getting support, because one, you always want to leave the classroom when you're in elementary school. It feels like a secret that you get to go do something else while everyone stays in the room. And also, it never occurred to me that I needed the extra help. I guess I knew with speech therapy that I said my S's wrong, but as far as the reading classes and other things of that nature, I never really thought of it as, oh, I'm doing this because there's something wrong. I always just thought, oh, okay, I'm gonna go do this and I'll be back in the classroom. Like, I never thought of it as a bad thing. So I think if we bring more attention to female autists, then doctors will be able to know what the signs and symptoms are, and will be able to diagnose girls at a much younger age. That is still the goal. I've decided to start a YouTube channel. Why? Number one, I can work on things that I'm really passionate about, and I can show you how I view the world through my autism brain. 2, I can control the amount of sensory stimulation that I'm getting. I like that point. That was my big issue, was being able to be more in control of my environment so that I could regulate my sensations better. And the anxiety that I am experiencing by working for myself. 3, I can, as I said before, bring awareness to autism spectrum disorder in females and make sure that all girls on the spectrum are able to be diagnosed and given the resources they need as early as possible in their life. Louder for the people in the back! Oh, I'm just proud of myself, and I'm glad I haven't quit, and I'm glad that I'm still trying to spread the good word about us autistic adults. 4, I have always wanted to make videos for fun as a profession. It's something I have done for many, many years. I just haven't shared them in this way. So I'm excited to be able to share, consume content, and kind of do it in my own way. I love this point, and it is true. I love making videos. I love editing. I love learning about editing. I love marketing and communications, the artistic aspect of it. So yeah, I still love that. 5, I have 1 million crazy ideas in my head. I don't know about a million, but there's a lot of them. But I have no way to share them. This is that way. Think about all the stuff we've done. We've made prairie costumes. We've restored furniture. We dressed up like Jesus. I mean, we've done a lot. And then finally, I really want a way to build my self-confidence and express myself to others in a healthy way. Finding out you're on the spectrum later in life really knocks your confidence. I would agree with that. It's like getting the wind taken out of you, and it feels like everything that you were doing to try and be social in the past and fit in, all of a sudden you are hyper aware that none of that is working, and it wasn't working because, not because of like something I did. I was born with this brain, and everything that I had been doing to cope up until that point in my life, everything was questioned, and it really does shake your self-confidence as a person. 2.5 years on, I do feel more self-confident, but it's still something I'm working towards. I was always a super confident person, but when I found out I was on the spectrum, all of a sudden everything changed. When I tried it with butter, everything changed. It was just like taking a step back. Maybe a good way to put it was that everything was fuzzy and then came into focus. Things that I had experienced my whole life finally made sense, and I'm just ready to get back to being myself. I'm ready to build a community. Oh, guys, we've built a community. Isn't that's so cool? I had hoped for community when I started the channel, but I could have never imagined that I would meet some of the most amazing and supportive people. So thank you guys for that. I couldn't have imagined. I really thought it was going to be all bad, all backlash, and I didn't even think about the good things that would come out of it. I just braced myself for the bad, and instead I just got this barrage of love and support. I'm ready to just share my journey of growth with you. So I hope that you will come along and watch my channel. I don't know what all the videos are going to look like. There might be some crafts. There's going to be some sewing. We're going to talk about autism. We're going to talk about life. we're gonna talk about my cute little bunnies. Oh, my bunnies. The bunnies I'm talking about just then have passed away. Now I just have one black male rabbit named Mr. Nick. Hope that you will come on this journey with me of self-discovery and self-growth. I am new to this extent of video editing, so I am learning how to edit videos, how to do social media, how to add music to a video that is not copyrighted. Epidemicsound.com is what I use for my sounds, and it is a subscription service where you don't have to worry about a copyright license. All these things, so many little pieces, how to do affiliate links, so many little pieces to setting. I failed at affiliate links. Up a YouTube channel and trying to make a go at this, but that's okay. Hang in there with me. I know that things are only gonna get better. Are the first few videos gonna maybe stink? Yes, but that is totally fine. I wanna share my experience with you. I wanna share my joy with you. I wanna share my sadness with you. And if that means having to get over this hump of being nervous about being on a camera and sharing my life, that's okay. I know a lot of you have mentioned that you'd like to start channels yourself, but you're scared. And my biggest advice is just to start, because putting out some content is better than putting out perfect content. So I just ask that if any of this sounds good to you, that you would support me. It's free to do. Like, comment on my videos, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, all that jazz. I'm excited to share this with you, and I hope that you will come along and do this with me. I know that this was kind of rambly, but, well, we all know that I like to ramble. I want it to be authentic, and I want to be real with you, and this is where I'm at. And I'm really proud of myself for saying all these things out loud to the internet. I'm still proud of myself. I can't believe I did it. So, hopefully we'll be uploading 3 times a week. And I hope that you come and hang out with me and learn a little bit about females with autism and how to sew and all different things. Okay, I'll see you soon. Wow, okay, well, that was interesting. I actually did better than I thought with it. I thought I was gonna be more emotional, but I actually feel really good about what I've done, and I am proud of that person for taking a leap of faith and starting a YouTube channel. I'm proud of myself for coming out on the autism spectrum and letting people know that. I don't know if I could be so brave now. I know it was really hard for me to put this video out. I'm so glad that I did. I'm so glad that I've been able to share with you guys, and I just want to keep doing that, and I thought this would be a good way for me to look back at the past and see how the future is going and feel better about where I'm at. And I love making videos. So here we are. What did you guys think of the video? It's a little bit different than I normally do, but I hope you enjoyed it. Have you ever filmed a video like this or told people that you were autistic? How did you feel when you confronted those people or made that video? I'd love to hear it down in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.